Keith Harris with LENSEC. Chief Product Officer Jeff Kellick and National Director of Sales Michael Trask recently put together a live demonstration to talk about the features and capabilities of Perspective VMS. In this video, they talk about leveraging a secure tool, the HTML5 browser. It's a tool that users every day are already using. And with the HTML5 browser, we're able to provide enterprise functionality. Let's take a look.
So right now I'm sharing our screen. I'm sharing my screen. I'm actually working on a laptop today, but I'm connecting directly into our Houston facility. So here we are at our Houston facility. We'll see a little bit of this. Obviously, most of our staff is practicing social distancing at this point, and we have a very skeleton crew in the office. But we'll talk a little bit about that as we go through the application. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to what we call a landing page. And this landing page shows us different modules within our application that we have accessible. You may have noticed I'm logged in this morning as myself. So I've connected into our site at demo.lensec.com, and I've logged in with my permissions. And when I say I've logged into our site, I'm using an internet browser to access Perspective VMS. Perspective VMS is a fully robust enterprise application. I mentioned earlier, from a couple of cameras to tens of thousands of cameras that you can have throughout your site, or hundreds of sites that are interconnected. So we've dealt with deployments that are commercial in nature. We've dealt with deployments in education and healthcare, and also high-end government facilities that are ultra secure. The way that we do that is through a browser-based application. The nature of the browser-based application gives us a lot of flexibility in how this is deployed. We can launch this from any workstation on the network with your secure credentials. And yes, it does have Active Directory integration, so I can single sign on depending on how I've logged into the site or to the secure VPN. It doesn't have to be over the web. This one in particular is. We do allow our Houston demonstration site to be accessible over the World Wide Web. So in this facility it is, but Michael and I were talking that most of our deployments, the storage, the web application, everything is on premise, but you also have the option to operate it within the cloud itself.
And Jeff, I think it's important to mention, we say we're completely written in HTML5 and we're accessing this Houston site through the web. I think it's important because sometimes there is some confusion when you say, oh, we're a completely browser-based system. A lot of people want to say, oh, well, our system has a browser application. I can go to the internet and do my thing. But typically in those instances, not all instances, but typically in a lot of those instances, what that still requires for the VAR partner or the end user customer is they need to actually install some sort of client on everyone's either laptop, desktop, or whatever their computer may be. That you still need to IT needs to approve some additional application, and then it needs to be installed on everyone's computer. And then you're clicking on that application in order to access your cameras remotely. So I think it's important to make that distinguishing feature here is we're simply taking advantage of an application that already exists on everyone's phone, tablet, laptop, workstation, whatever computer they may be working. Everyone has an internet browser within those devices already preloaded. It comes when you purchase it. So if it's Chrome or Firefox or Microsoft Edge or Safari, whatever it may be, those applications already have that application is already on those devices. So it relieves the management of that, and it makes the updating process of the software so much easier because it's installed on a server once, and that's the only place then you need to go from one current version to the next updated version. And as soon as everyone signs on the next time by opening up their individual browser and using their user credentials to sign in, they now are on the most recent version. So I want to make that distinction.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. And we're pretty proud of that. We're pretty proud of the fact that it is an HTML5 based application with no plugins. And as Michael very well put, it can be launched really on any workstation. Gives you a lot of flexibility on how you use the application.
Thanks, Jeff and Michael, for breaking down the Perspective VMS capabilities using the modern HTML5 browser. If you want to learn more about Perspective VMS and LENSEC, visit us at our website, lensec.com. I'm Keith Harris. Thanks for joining us.